But overall customers now they very sincere यार, बहुत मेहनत करते हैं. इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री में लोग बहुत मेहनत करते हैं, सिंसियरली करते हैं, एंड दे ऑलवेज वांट टू मेक इट बेटर. दे वांट टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करते. उन लोग के पास भी पैसा कम रहता ना से, वो लोग भी थोड़े में करने को जाते हैं.
So, Dad, as you know that entrepreneurship is a very, very interesting and a very difficult journey. And it's not only about going up the hill. We heard so many good points and some good insights. But I'm sure that, in the journey, there might be some lows, some sacrifices that you have to make personally, professionally, some very bad days, some major issues. So, if you're comfortable sharing how you faced them, what were the issues, and how you came out stronger and stronger every time. So that you can, emphasize would be really great.
One of the things that I realized, what I now think back, is that getting a loan from a bank was very difficult. Getting working capital, very difficult. इतना corruption रहता था ये public sector banks में, even private sector banks, where they used to not believe that I need money. I said, I really need money for working capital and things like that. And then I decided, Azim, we will not use debt at all. We'll make a cash-rich company and just not waste time going to the banks for working capital and things like that. And that came out true. Later on, the banks were after me to borrow money and take working capital. But I always took as much as I needed only, not gross. So that was one. In 1986, when I was making my own factory now, उस वक्त पे Bank of Maharashtra, in DCB Cooperative Bank, they gave me a lot of trouble. Ultimately, when I was coming down from Bombay, I met one friend of mine in the train, Deccan Queen train, and he says, "Why don't you go to MSFC?" His name was Joshi. I said, "MSFC, Maharashtra State Finance Corporation, they can give loan to me." He said, "Yeah, they can give a loan to you." But I said, "I don't have fixed deposits and I don't have underhand payment to give." He said, "No, they will not take." I was quite surprised. And his company, Oro Consultants, had one Mr. Natu, and within 2 months they made the paperwork for me. I paid a little commission to them, commission for his services, and which MSCC loan will get. And that was a big surprise to me, that banks which are supposed to do it, DCB Cooperative Bank, which is our community bank, they were not able to give, but MSCC could give me. They were strict, they had rules and regulations, but for me it was fantastic. तो मैंने पहले एक 8.5 लाख रुपए का लोन लिया, built my ground floor office, bought some equipment like oscilloscopes and things like that. Then immediately I took another 14 lakh rupees loan, first floor banda, some more furniture, environmental chambers and all I took. And then I paid back. And after that I didn't have to go here.
Okay.
So that is one area where I faced unnecessary difficulty. Second difficulty we used to face in imports.
Okay.
Because before Manmohan Singh and Narasimha Rao opened the economy, there are a lot of rules and regulations for import. Like optocouplers import करना है, you require an import license. फिर वो जाओ agriculture college में, get a certificate, then get a permission from a joint director of industries. फिर वो कुछ तो भी sign करके देगा, फिर जाके आप import करो, फिर वो import करके आएगा, फिर वो license के पीछे लिखेगा कि अभी you are allowed to import 10,000 optocouplers, you have imported 2,000. It was too much work, unnecessary work. And then 92-93 when the economy opened, one fine day everything just disappeared, and it was a big relief. Like today when GST came, suddenly octroi disappeared. Octroi is a useless, unnecessary waste of time. वैसा उस वक्त पे ये headache बहुत रहती थी. And the third thing was, before we reached a level where we could import ourselves from foreign companies, we had to rely a lot on the grey market from Bombay for the ICs and integrated circuits. और उसमें ना क्रैप माल बहुत आता था.
Okay.
चोरी का माल बहुत आता था. People used to, God knows what these businessmen used to do. I'm sure if they would have continued to do honestly, they would have been very big businessmen.
Very big today.
But they all went on the grey market area. And उस वक्त पे काफी, you buy say 10,000 ICs and उसमें से 90% ICs are not working.
Oh.
That would be a real headache for me. We solder the ICs.
Reliability issues you faced.
Reliability issues I faced. And one of the most difficult agenda which I had when I was going through making the PLCs was electromagnetic interference and EMC problems when PLCs are working on the machine.
You mean noise issue?
Noise, what we call as electrical noise issue. Wo was a tough job to crack on. And I think that also is a blessing, because when I started making PLCs, more than 20-30 people started making PLCs. But I think everybody faced that noise problem. But I was probably the 1 or 2 people who could solve that problem. And so suddenly we became one of the only indigenous people making PLCs.
Okay.
तो ये difficulty था और difficulty solve करने के बाद we went into the upper level.
In this journey of yours, I'm sure you must have had competition also. Like there were companies who were competing with you. They were trying to copy you. There were some people who were trying to bluff you. Or so did you face these challenges and how you came across them? What did you do different or something you could share?
Yeah, you remember I told you about a few minutes back that the first PLC that I made, I went to Myco. Myco at that time it was Myco Bosch. I don't know what that company name was. And there was an engineer there. His name was Thomas. I still remember. That gentleman copied my whole PLC.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and Myco also had a factory in Nasik. And they made those 18-20 machines with those PLCs, copied my PLCs, and they installed it. And as you know, to vindicate myself, 10 years later, when I made the exemplary 40 PLCs, all the PLCs were replaced by Messung PLC in Nasik. All the old Myco PLCs were removed because they just copied my PLC. They just didn't know how to.
You cannot copy intelligence.
You cannot copy the competence.
Competence.
Even big companies copied this. वो कौन सा कंपनी था जिधर काजरेकर काम करता था? He copied my lubrication cycle controller.
So what was the one or two things you did different? Like what was the thing that you did different from the vanilla companies? Like to protect your design or to get that edge over others. What was that key factor? I'm sure there must be something.
Honestly, उस वक्त पे IP protection, what we do, trademarks, ये सब कुछ नहीं
था. That's why I'm asking this question.
People had been copying my products. People had copied my product. There was a guy in Delhi, he copied the product so well that even he named the IC numbers also the same numbers I had put on the PCB. But they didn't last long. They didn't last long.
So you scored.
So very soon I realized कि करने दो copy. My ex-engineers to leave, start making PLCs. एक दो बनाए. They could not because PLC, to make the PLC work all over India, making a product which works all over India is not easy as it. Just imagine one PLC you install in Escorts motorcycle division. You take a 24-hour train to go to Faridabad, install it, come back after 5-6 days, all the way by train, and then you get a telegram saying machine not working, come quickly.
Correct.
In today's incident, Karve Road में PLC खराब होता तो engineer 2 बार सोचता जाओ के नहीं जाओ. And I used to go, again I used to go.
I wanted to come to my very important question, which coincidentally matched with your statement. That they say that in your college, your teachers teach you things. In your job, your boss teaches you things. But in entrepreneurship, the customer is the main teacher. So what is this? I mean, and what did you learn in this journey, and what did you take and improve in your business?
Luckily, I learned it when I was working, not when I started my business. Is that if the customer says that my machine is not working, I am having problem with your product, then just trust him that his machine is not working.
Okay.
And don't listen to your own engineers. Your own engineers can hear a lot of things, that customer is like that, that operator is like that. Never believe. And that was one important thing which used to irritate Messung engineers continuously, that why Mr. Merchant always listens to the customer. And that was the most important thing, because in Electronica, they used to not listen to the customer. They used to fight and quarrel with the customer. I used to always tell them, तुमने इतना अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बेचा है, तुम उनको सर्विस क्यों नहीं देते? And I was working in Electronica. नहीं सर, अपने को we have to earn money from the spares, we have to earn money. Then what I did was I never charged people for repair. I kept spares का cost एकदम moderate. With the result that customers used to always feel comfortable कि when they phone Messung na, they don't get cranky answers saying that अरे यार अभी why your machine is not working. Machine not working, immediately our engineer is to do that. Even when the problem is machine PLC problem or hydraulic problem or pneumatic problem, we used to go there. And that was a very big one-point agenda is to give to my service.
So you use service support as an excellent tool to grow your company.
Yes, and that has got us into good stead because Messung was known for excellent after-sale service. The moment my engineer came and started doing any cry-booby thing on the customer, I should tell him, you please go and sit with the customer. Let the customer say that the machine is working.
So you gave your gut feeling to the customer.
And 99.9% the customer was right. his machine was not working, our controller was misbehaving, and we had to solve the problem on the controller. And this has proven to be 99.9%.
So 80 is still 22. It's
Because the logic is a company has purchased a machine, there's an operator whose salary depends on the job. Why will he do something to do this? Why will he do it? And they used to, the operators, they clean the machine, they operate the machine properly. सुबह आते हैं machine को pray करते हैं. वो क्यों machine को राड़ा करेगा? So that was in good state. But overall customers now they're very sincere. बहुत मेहनत करते हैं. इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री में लोग बहुत मेहनत करते हैं, सिंसियरली करते हैं, एंड दे ऑलवेज वांट टू मेक इट बेटर. दे वांट टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करते. उन लोगों के पास भी पैसा कम रहता है ना से, वो लोग भी थोड़े में करने को जाते हैं.
वेरी वेरी गुड इनसाइट.
एंड कस्टमर को भी उसका मशीन तैयार हो कि जितना जल्दी बिकेगा उतना उसका कैश फ्लो जल्दी हो जाएगा ना. अपन अपना एटीट्यूड दिखाएंगे, अपने टाइम पे जाएंगे कंट्रोलर करने. We have to be there before he wants us.
And good service also gets you more orders.
Gets you more.
That's
100% gets you more orders. Because in industry, people immediately come out and say, "नहीं यार, ये company product अच्छा है, service अच्छा नहीं है." And that's where we scored over Siemens and Rockwell. And
Correct.
Because we used to give service.
No, since we are at the topic of customers, very interesting thing, whenever me and Zain and our team goes to market today, we are faced with very unique question. What is this Messung word? Messung? Why this name? An Indian guy making a name? So can you just share some how this name came suddenly out of coffee book or what?
See, at that time when we started 81, 82, there were a spurt of electronic small scale industries coming in. So like Electronica, Productonica, Kryptonica, ऐसे names थे.
Onica, Electronica.
So I didn't want to keep that type of name. I wanted a soft name.
Sure.
So I had a friend of mine who knew German, and he said that why don't we keep the name Messung, because M means merchant.
So merchant was the
family name. M starts like that, and basically a PLC was a solid state replacement for relay contactor logic. So Messung का बिकने का जो दो S था ना, MESSUNG, the two S's, we used to highlight it and say that is solid state. So when I used to make my pitch, I used to say I'm giving you a solid state replacement for a relay contactor electromechanical system.
Correct.
So उस वक्त से वो Messung आया.
Okay.
उसके लिए वो Messung system पकड़ लिया. And it suited me, and then
and matched your industry. Could link and what a good topic starter for.
And Messung means measurement in
measurement. Okay, so it's about precision.
It's an electronic word, so it went through. And मेरे को किधर जर्मनी में बेचने का था, तो इंडिया में बेचने का था. So it was okay. People used to say, Messung वाले को बुलाओ, Messung वाले किधर है? Like that, the Messung name spread in the industry.
In your journey, would you give any importance to your international exposure? Like in this journey of being in India company, making in India, I believe you went many international trips, many exhibitions, you met many foreign companies. Did you feel that added value to you in your journey as an entrepreneur in India?
Yes. Because
will you share some thoughts on that?
See, this I learned from Prakash Ratnaparki, who was my managing director in Electromagnetic. He used to travel abroad a lot. And he used to always come out with new ideas when he used to travel. So 92, 93 se na, like in 86, I went to France to meet telemechanic people. So that was one exposure I had.
Right.
They took me to their factory and I saw how inverters were made, PLCs were made. I could immediately relate to ये type का technology आएगा. And इतना difficult नहीं लग रहा था मेरे को, because I was doing something and I knew that ये तो I'm sure I can do. And then we started going to exhibitions, Hanover Fair. Then we went to Japan, where we went to one fair. We, as in me and Mr. Manwe. So we visited the electronic shows in Japan, and then some in Singapore and some in mostly Germany. Hanover Fair was the number one.
Hanover,
yeah. So going to Hanover Fair every 2 years or 3 years used to give us insights into.
And that you could bring back to India and implement.
Whatever you say, whatever Germany and Japan may have done in the Second World War, but their technology in Germany and in Japan is very well established. They know their stuff and they know what is reliability. And if you saw a Japanese or a German product, you know that you are looking at
good
best product
high-end
in the world.
products.
Like Siemens, you go, Schneider.
With good quality, good reliability.
Whether they were expensive or cheap, I don't know, because I never buy their product, but I could get an idea how I should benchmark myself.
Correct. That helped you.